Alright, so another public video is by E-Fuse, you feel me? But one of my favorite videos in the world. I won't make it, personal. So
Alright, what up?
I might chop it up with y'all.
I'm getting real deep today. Super deep today. So look,
I'm
gonna start with the mentality stuff in the beginning and toward the end. I'm gonna get into some of the practical things that we need to do. So if you don't listen all the way to the end, you might miss out on some valuable stuff. Before I start real quick, using the law of attraction with women is still available for $25.
Got that.
Getting women to pay for your time is still available for $10.
Got that.
Both of those are classic podcasts I've got great feedback on. If you don't have those, email me now at eddiefuse@gmail.com and get that. Hit the like and subscribe button, guys. If you haven't hit that like button, if you rock with me every time, it helps the channel out. Now let's go. 10 ways to make your girlfriend obsessed with you, or any girl for that matter. Number 1 is the mindset. The first thing in making your girlfriend obsessed with you is the mindset. You have to have the proper mindset. The proper mindset to have is the mindset that says that you don't compromise this goal, right? Your mindset has to be the mindset of it's either she gets obsessed with me or I don't deal with her, right? Obsession has to be the only option if this is what you want. And before I get too much further, let me just send you guys a warning that if this is what you want, you can't have it. And there's nothing wrong with it, but you have to be prepared for the responsibility that comes along with it. Because it's a heavy responsibility and a burden that many people think they're ready for that they may not be ready for upon actually finding themselves confronted with this situation. In my younger days, I've had women obsessed with me that if I can go back in time, I would have handled that a completely different way. I wouldn't have even bothered. So, I remember I've only been scared of one woman in my life, man, and it was this woman that became so obsessed with me that the look in her eyes said, if I can't have you, I'm going to kill you. And I wasn't prepared to defend myself against her as much as she was prepared to kill me if I didn't want to be with her. So this can get real scary. And I'm somebody that I ain't scared of nothing. And that's word on everything I love. I don't fear nothing. You know what I'm saying? I got the power of God with me, so I don't fear a thing. But this one little 5'2" girl, man, had me a little shaken up. So be careful with this as we continue to get into this information. My brothers. Number 2, there's an old concept called pussy versus time. This concept was coined by Patrice O'Neal. I wrote an article called Men versus Women, What Do We Both Want? In which I broke down the pussy versus time concept in a deeper way, because I feel like the way it was explained was very surface. So the way that it was explained and the way it was taught was that pussy versus time is basically men are trying to get a woman's pussy without giving up that much of their time, and women are trying to get as much of our time as possible before giving up the pussy. So I broke this concept down deeper, and what it's really about is it's investment versus compliance, right? Women want
compliance. That's what it's going on.
Our investment. They want us to put our time and our money and our effort in. We want compliance from them. We want submission. We want them to open their legs and sleep with us. We want them to be agreeable with us and to do the things that we say. So that's what it's all about. So when a man and woman meets, the first thing that gets determined is who has more value. And your value is going to be determined by the firmness of your mentality when you approach a woman. But the first thing that gets determined is who has more value.
I was like, what?
So if a woman feels like you have more value than her, then she's going to give you compliance without requiring much of your investment. If she feels like you have less value than her, she's going to make you invest before she gives you any compliance, which is why some guys can meet a girl and sleep with her on the first night. They get instant compliance, and other guys, she's going to make them wait months, maybe years. She may make them invest and never give it to them. Right? The same way, you may make a woman that you think is low value comply with you and sleep with you, but you never give her the investment that she's looking for. You just whore her out, which is a fact. The same way women whore out men in the concept, they whore out their investment and their time. This woman that would drag a man along for months and knows she's not going to sleep with him, knows she's not really interested in him, but she uses money, she uses time, and his energy. These are all facts. So in this concept of pussy versus time, in making your girlfriend obsessed with you, you have to establish that you have the value, and that value is established by the firmness of your mentality when going into the interaction. You have to be unwilling to compromise that. If if you walk into a company and just feel like you deserve to be paid $120,000 a year, and they only offered you minimum wage, you'll be looking at them like, all right, I'm gonna go find somebody else to pay me what I know that I'm worth, because I have a lifestyle to keep up with that, and I know what my experience, my knowledge, and my education is worth. You know.
Gotta stop right now.